to class this morning. This is your lower body workout. You're going to need a resistance band, or the mini band as they're normally called that. I'm going to be using the medium resistance, but usually if you have the ones that I use, which are from Hope Fitness Gear, and most of them, they come in a variety of pack. Feel free throughout the class if you would like to change this, and whether you want to use a lighter intensity or heavier, you are more than welcome to do that. So we're actually going to get started without the band at this point. We're going to warm up with just our body weight. So let's go ahead and begin. Shoulder roll, lifting your shoulder blades up, back, and down. We're going to begin with an old school. We're going to march. We're going to get right into it. So as we do our marches, I want you to embrace the belly, lift your chest, get your knees above the hips. We're going to have a little bit of a cardio here to get us warmed up. All right, let's go for another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take our stance out wide. Now notice as soon as you did that, you start to feel the work on the outer hip and glute. All right, let's go combine the both. So with a narrow march for 4 seconds. 3, 2, out to the wide for 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, back to narrow. And back out to wide. Now hold, hamstring curl, step and curl. Now I'm doing a little bit of a knee bend here. Again, we're just warming up, so I'm not going too far low. Another 8, here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now march in place. All right, we're gonna compound those moves. So that's march, 2, 3, 4, and out wide. 3, 2, now hold, hamstring curl. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, one more round, march in place for 4, 3, 2, out wide for 4, 3, 2, now hold, hamstring curl. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now arm circles, slow it down, upper body. Well, that didn't take long to warm up. Heart rate's already up. One more, now reverse. Big arm circles. Take your time here, breathe in, exhale. Last one. All right, take your feet out wide. Take opposite hand to the shin or the ankle, and then come stand up. So down, rise. Now where you're reaching, I want you to bend that knee. Straighten out the opposite leg. If the knee bends, no worries. But you should feel stretch, hamstrings, inner thigh. And up. Let's go. Reach. 3, 2. Hip mobility is coming up next. Bring your feet in. Start with one leg. Okay, balance on the chair if you need to. Knee in, out and down. Rotate, other side. Knee out and down. Up and over, as I call these. Up and over. One more. Up and over, down. Now reverse, out to in. One more. Out to in. Starting with the arm circles. Let's go ahead and repeat a little bit faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Take your feet out wide. Windmills. This time I want you to reach down. Your goal is to get to your pinky toe. If you need to modify, go back to the shins or the ankles. All right. This is a great stretch. One of my favorite stretches to do for the warm-up. This works not only just the back of those muscle groups, but also the torso Get a nice twist. One more each side. And take your feet back in. Here comes those hip outers, openers. We'll do one more and then reverse out to in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, grab a drink if you need to. Take your time here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So before we get to the band, I'm actually doing some body weight, lower body work. So have the chair if you need to, because we're gonna do some balancing already. So the first thing we're gonna do before we get in, we wanna get in a good posture, standing position, heels under your hips, soften the knees, embrace the belly by tucking the tailbone under, lift the chest. All right, toe heel raises, lifting up and down. Basic here, we're gonna work the calves. So how I'm gonna work this is starting from the bottom up to the glutes. All right, so your goal, as challenging as this might be right off the bat for some, is to not let your heels touch the ground. If you can keep them up the whole time, that's really good. And you should feel this in your calves. Right away. And again, balancing, right? It's a little bit kind of unsteady. Remember, we talked about the chair, fingertips on the chair only. Try not to have your whole hand on there. Keep going. We got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Check it out. All right, next. Balance. Now we're going to go onto one leg. We're going to do heel curls. So leaning forward so your chest is in line with your toes. Embrace. Toe touch and then straight back and down. Now, again, your goal is to not let the toes touch the ground. Oh, that's challenging. Can you do it? It's okay if you got to use the chair. Your ankles are going to get stronger. They're going to support your body weight. The ankles are just like the knees. They take a lot of pressure, but you can build them stronger by doing exercises just like this. Body weight does wonders. Yeah, we got lots of reps here. Let's do 5 more. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Now, not only was the working muscles on the hamstring, but you also felt it on the entire leg, on our standing leg. So we're going to replicate that. Get your bearings down first. Okay, soften the knee, chest is in line with your toes, embrace, and then go ahead and start curling. Now you may notice that you may not have the full range of motion here, meaning if you can't bend the knee all the way, and that's okay. If you have a partial range of motion, you should still feel it in the hamstrings regardless. Here's my doggy. She wants to say hi. All right. All right, we're gonna do a few more here. If you can see me. Yeah, she likes to make her appearances often. She can be I can hold on to her for balance. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. All right, the next exercise, we're gonna still stick with muscle groups. So we did calves, we did hamstrings, now we do quads. We're still gonna stick with the balancing here, except instead of going forward, we're gonna stand straight up, okay? Balance on one leg, knee lifts, lifting up and down. Now, because we're not using the resistant band, I really try to emphasize to work on your balance, but challenge yourself. So again, your goal is to not do a toe tap. fingertip to the chair if you need to. That way, you don't have any type of recovery. Your muscles are under tension that whole time. Can you feel it? Can you feel these? I'm losing a little bit of balance. Keep going, we're not done yet. Lift up and down. We got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Wow, again, not only did you feel the muscles in the leg, but you also felt it on the opposite leg. Switch, okay? Get your bearing straight, lift the chest, abs in, lift up and down. If you can get exercises like this performed pretty well, this is like the prerequisites exercises to really start challenging yourself in those more challenging or more effort workouts. Okay, we all have a foundation to start with. We all have the starting point, just like building a house, right? We gotta start with the ground level, and here we are, beginner ground level workout. All right, keep lifting. We got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Okay, last big muscle group here is our glutes. And I actually want to go onto the floor with this one. So take yourself all the way down onto all 4s into a donkey kick. So when you're in this position, your hands are over your shoulders. Press your fingertips firmly down to take the brunt off your wrists. Really important to do that. Then take one leg, you're gonna flex the foot, and we're gonna just lifting up and down. I'm not gonna go all the way down. I actually want this a top range or partial, because I really want to challenge yourself. In this case, your goal is to keeping the knee from not coming all the way down. Every single exercise, there is a goal I want you to work on. So look at yourself in the screen. Is your knee at 90 degrees? So if I was right there, I would want to see your knee, ankle up to the ceiling. So I had to adjust myself. Sometimes we tend to kind of do this thing, which is okay. And if you don't have that full range of motion, no worries. Try to work on it. Okay. Keep going. We last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Take a deep breath in. Expand the chest. Exhale. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. Lift, flex the foot, look at your knee, get it 90 degrees. I had to adjust myself, okay? Lifting up and down. Squeeze. All right, once you see where your knee is, turn your head so your eyes look ahead. Okay, listen to the words that I'm saying, but necessary, you don't always have to look, we don't always have to be in the same tempo. You can be slower, you can be faster. We're all at different levels. There's no rush. We're all gonna get it to the finish line. All right, I got 5 more of these. Can you do it? 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Wow, go ahead, stand up, grab a drink. That was a lot of exercise that we just did for the entire lower half of the body. Okay, grab your band. I'm gonna do some new exercises with you, starting with the first one. You're gonna take your band, you're gonna place it on the bottom of your feet, so right underneath my arches. And instead of just doing our exercises like this, we're actually gonna grab the band and feet closer together, snug, and then lift. And then coming down Now I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see this. So notice I'm going all the way up, bending the knees. So the band's gonna come just to my kneecaps and then I'm gonna pull back up again. You see that? So come down and then lift. Down and lift. Now adjust the band as needed. Now if you're using a heavy, you may not be able to get a full extension. So adjust. So go ahead and change the band. But again, this one is a medium and I get full range, but I'm also really short. So if you're tall, that might be different. All right, we got some more of these, but what I'm trying to get you to do when we continue on with our workouts, this is actually a type of deadlift, modified deadlift, okay? And rise. The other goal here is to start working on hip hinging by pushing your hips back and then using your glutes to stand all the way up again. So got the hamstrings and glutes working, the calves are working, and now we've introduced the lower back. I'm gonna stand to the front again. Down and squeeze. Let's do 5 more. Inhale, exhale. And 2 more. And 1. And release. All right, I'm just gonna adjust my band a little bit. There's a little bit of folding there. Okay. All right, now we're gonna keep our band right on the arches of our feet. Take your feet as far as they can go. In this case, it looks like I am just right outside my hips, so probably square to my shoulders. Toes are gonna be slightly out. First time we've done squats. All right, so here we go. Hands are gonna go in front of you, pushing your hips back, just like we did with the hip hinging. And you're gonna come down and rise. So here is a great way to use your chair as your tool. If I was right next to you, I would wanna make sure that you are gonna go as if you're gonna sit in that chair and then come up. Because what tends to happen when people are brand new to strength training is they tend to just kind of drop down. And then it kind of looks like this. Really bad form, because yeah, my hips are back, but all the pressure goes to my knees. So in order to fix that, you need to shift your body weight. And so my knees are more in line with the ankle. Now there will be some leeway for those who have a long torso. Okay, but that's going into technical stuff, and I don't want to get into that today. But for the most part, the best way to correct this is to use your chair and put it right behind you. Because we all sit down. And for the most part, most of us sit down the same way every time. It's when we don't have that chair and we're getting a little bit unsteady and unstable. All right, we do 5 more. Go 5 and squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna keep moving here. You're gonna take your band, balance, oh, we got our balances again. We're gonna do some side leg raises, lifting up, toe tap down. Ooh, I'm giving you that option, toe tap down. Now, because we have resistance happening, the move itself is challenging enough without having to rely on keeping the balance and then keeping the tension and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you are more advanced and you want to challenge yourself, feel free to just do what we were doing before and keeping your foot or toes off the ground. But I'm just gonna do the toe tap because I feel it already. I feel enough. I feel enough challenge in both glutes that I don't wanna necessarily create more work for me. This is good enough. But that's your choice. All right, 5 more, ready? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step. Wow. because our glutes have already been activated, we already went through the entire series from the bottom up. They should be firing right away now. Let's do the other side. See if we can get that same feeling. Ready? Balance, brace, lift. Let's go. Up and down. So again, if I was right there with you, I'm always doing these exercises really slow and controlled. Because if you were just rushing through these, you don't get like the benefits, that feeling that your muscles are working. And this is why I love strength training. You guys have probably heard me say it over and over again, because you can literally feel the muscles. When you're doing cardio and things, you don't really get that same feeling, sensation. I could do strength training all the time. I would pick strength training hands down more than cardio. All right, we got 5 more. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ow. Can you feel that? Let me know. I want to make sure we're all on the same page and you're feeling what I'm feeling. Okay. We're going to go down to the floor. And we're going to take our band with us, so don't lose it. The position of the band's going to be a little bit different though. So we're going to pop our band all the way up to our thighs. We're going to really target the lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. Okay, so coming down, you're going to take your feet are going to stay close together, close to your butt. Press your lower back down, hands at your side. You're going to lift up and down. Let's start with this one here. Lift, down, tap. So yes, in this case, I'm going to have you tap the floor a little bit and then use your hips to lead the way up towards the ceiling. Because I'm going to compound this move with another move. Okay, and that's where the band comes into play. So right now, the band, you're like, well, I don't feel anything. You will, okay? It's there, it's coming. Okay, let's do 3 more. 2 and 1, recover. All right, so here's where we're gonna start feeling using the band to feel more work on the outer hip, inner thigh. You're gonna come up and out and then down. So let me show you again. Up, out, pull the band to your sides, knees closer together, and then tap down, but like before. Out, and then tap and come down. All right, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. How do these feel? It burns, yes? This is one of my favorite exercises to do when it comes to strength training of the inner thighs. It's one of those moves that we forget about. Would you be surprised how many we could do when we're on our back? You don't always have to be doing these sitting down in a chair. Okay, I'm gonna push you. We got 5 more of these. Ready? Count to yourself. Go. 5, if you're on my pace. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna do one more exercise. We're gonna work the quads and we're gonna still stay laying down. Let's see how I wanna do this. No, I don't think I wanna do that. I don't want to put too much pressure on the lower back. Let's actually go into standing up with our band, okay? So take your time, stand up. This is actually a perfect opportunity for yourself to grab a drink. And I'm gonna lower the band down to the ankles this time. and take a step out. Okay, so when I say step out, that means I want the tension in the band before you even begin. Okay, last balancing, and then we're gonna work the quads. So again, the chair, fingertip touch if you need to. Heel down, toes up, soften the knee, tuck, brace, lift. Ooh, I like that. Tuck, brace, lift the chest. I should pant in that. That should be like my whole thing right there. Tuck, brace, lift. All right, so here we go. Working the quads. And you know what? A muscle group that you never think to strengthen is your shins. There is a muscle, big, nice, long muscle from your knee down to your ankle where your shin is. That's also doing this move right, or strengthening that muscle right there. So that's where you should be feeling it. All along, all the way up to the hip, down to the shin muscles. Keep going. So yes, heel toe down. If you are more advanced and you want to challenge yourself, go ahead. Resist trying to touch the heel to the floor. Can you do it without balancing or without having to hold on? That's a challenge on its own. Squeeze. The burn, right? We got 5 more of these. Go. 5, 4. There it is. There, I feel it. 3. Hang in there. 2, 1. Recover. Okay, here we go. 1 more to complete. Adjust the band if you need to. Mine just kind of folded a little bit. Okay. Heel down, toes up to the ceiling. Soften the knee. Really important that you do that. Ready? What is it? Tuck, brace, lift. Let's go. Up, down. Yeah, there it is. There are those muscles firing, right? The entire quad. And then the below the knee, all the way to the ankle. And for those of you who have ankle issues, you know, everything that falls into the ankle, these exercises will help. I guarantee it. When you start with the resistance bands, when they're around your ankles or your arches of your feet, if someone says differently, don't listen to them. Because these exercises, as simple as like the move is, it's not easy, but simple, they will strengthen your ankles. You gotta stay consistent though. Almost there. Keep going. Challenge yourself. Ready? Let's go. 5 more. Hit it. 5, 4. Ooh, I lose my balance. You probably got 2, 2, 1. Recover. All right, let's move the band. Couple minute stretch here. I can really feel these. Message me, comment in the video. What are you feeling like after these workouts? Because I want to know. I want to make sure that you're getting as much as I am getting out of these workouts, and then you are ready to keep going because we're not done. We got several more weeks to go. So, all right, let's take our feet nice and wide here. We're going to do a side lunge. What you're going to do is push your hips back, bend the knee if you can, and then feel this inner thigh stretch here. For those of you who have a little bit more and you want to challenge yourself, drop your hands to the floor or to the ankle or to the knee. Okay, hold 3 seconds. 2, 1. Now, forward fold. Drop your hands to the floor. Drop your head. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. Now, walk your hands to the other side. Side lunge here. Toe slightly out. Bend at the knee, and then either take your hands off the floor to the shin or to the knee. Push your hips back more. The goal here is to feel inner thigh stretch here. So you may need to adjust it to fit your needs. It may not look like mine, and that's okay. All right, come up out of that. All right. Walk your feet back in. Take a step back. Heel down, calf stretch. Let's do a little upper body here. Thumbs back, lift the chest. Quad stretch, you have two options. For those of you who have full range of motion, you're gonna grab your ankle and you do your normal. When I say normal, I mean you are able to bring your heel to your butt. Now, if you do not have that full range of motion, you're gonna place your heel or your foot on top of the chair and then lean back. So there's your two options. Choose the best one for you so you feel a stretch in the quads. You can also do this exercise laying down on your side, but you don't necessarily have to do that. Okay? Let's do the other side. So find the one that works for you. This alone is a balancing. All right, ready? Last balancing one. I didn't do this before. I want you to grab right below your knee, lift up, tuck your tailbone. This is a really good move. Releases the tension in the tailbone and up into the lower back. Use the fingertips, okay? Lift as high as you can. We've done this one on the floor, on your back. Do we do ankle circles? All right, let's try the other side. So, careful, balance, lift, pull, tuck. That feels good, it releases. All right, and that's gonna be it for today, ending with a shoulder roll. Thank you guys so much for coming. Until next time, bye.